The title of this podcast is Are You Working Hard Enough for What You Really Want? I can honestly say that I am working hard enough for what I really want. I'm not being distracted by things that could make me forget what that really is, or that could make me lose sight of what I really, really want. This was inspired by a story that I heard from someone who had aspirations to really play sports at the highest level. And in high school, they were told the question was posed to them. And when they answered the question, they said, "Yeah, that's what I want to do." And they said, "Well, you're not working hard enough to get there." And that, instead of getting upset and defensive about it, they started to like, I gotta change that. I gotta start working harder. And for what I really want is inner peace all the time. And so I have made it a commitment to really use my practice every single day to make sure that I'm aligned with that. Sometimes you can, at least for me, I can get off track and get distracted by something that someone says or something else. So, for example, one of the things that's really helped me at ToBeRe was staying focused on the main thing, which is keep growing. While I'm here to support and contribute to others, while that is certainly a priority for me, what's more of a priority for me is to grow. Is to grow. So anytime something happens and I feel the need to correct someone else, I'm trying hard to work on, do you have yourself together before you go correct someone else? Because that's the main thing. Like, are you cultivating that inner peace? Are you growing first before you go to help someone else grow? And that's been really helpful. And it's still a work in progress. In the workplace, a couple of years ago, someone who was retiring wanted to make sure that my career was on track at Mayo Clinic. And so they told me a couple of milestones that I should be working toward, regarding like getting certain privileges once you reach a certain level within the organization in terms of position and salary, as well as like different job titles and all that stuff. And I found myself being drawn in that way of asking questions whenever there's opportunities. Is this something that's going to help me get there? But what I lost sight of was what was more important was, will I still be turned on if I go down this path? I understand that's an inside job, but let's start with the inside of only selecting things that are going to help me be turned on, help me grow, be happy and fulfilled at work, making the contributions that I would like to make at work and I'm capable of working. Put me in situations where I can continue to let go of my lower self so that I can serve at an even higher level. And that path may not include this certain status at work along the career path that affords me more privileges, but it could be more fulfilling along the way. And I see people that have that status, that have that, they make that certain salary, and they aren't happy. They are burned out. The smile is not there anymore. They are like drowning, and there's no time for them to really dedicate to the things that they are really passionate about. And that's not what I want to do, at any price. That's not what I want to do. So it's really helpful to make sure that I am really working hard on for what I really want. And what I really want is to be turned on all the time, to have inner peace. That's what I really want. So I have to work hard on not being distracted by the other trappings along the way, to not be enticed and tempted about taking a different path that doesn't lead to these things. And so in your own life, I invite you to look at how you are showing up in relationships. And your relationships, if you say, I want to be completely happy and turned on at home, are you being distracted by the trivial things that your mind is telling you a problem regarding your spouse or your kids or your significant other? Is that what you're doing? Because if it is, then you're not working hard enough on what you really want, which is letting go of yourself so you can see the beauty and the magic of your significant other, your kids, and your other family members. And the same thing applies to the workplace. Are you working hard enough on you so you can enjoy the workplace even as you do hard things? Are you doing that? So I invite you to think about what you really want. Are you working hard enough for it?